anybody.
Oh, okay.
And then getting everyone.
Well,
really
let's go for it. I'm going to move this over here so you're closer to the microphone. Speak a little bit loud, okay? So just to set things up here, we have a filmmaker who entered the Quick Flip Challenge this year, who has an interesting story for us. I have not heard it. Evidently, it involves wasting taxpayer dollars, and it's something that may or may not be moral. Let's say it that way. And so he's off camera. He doesn't want to show his face because he doesn't want to get sued and fined, which is understandable. I wouldn't want that to happen to me either. So, okay, go ahead. Tell us your story. Well, what exactly happened to you?
Well, we were filming our scene, and we were given this item of a dead end. So we were trying to figure out how we could incorporate it. And we found this lovely little dead end by the SkyTrain tracks. And at one point in time, we elected to kill someone in this dead end. And here I am mixing all these gallons of fake blood and all sorts of other entendres of junk. And about an hour and a half into filming, someone comes up and goes, "Is that body dead?" Because the guy hasn't moved in like 45 minutes. And we're all standing random, so we're like, "No, he stands up." It was all good. About another hour later, we get the SkyTrain emergency crew walking over to us, and they go, "So who's bleeding from the head profusely?" And we look at like, "Huh?" Because at this point, we just finished shooting. We're getting ready to go out of there, and we go, "No one. We were just shooting." They're like, "Oh, okay." We just got a call from someone who was riding on the SkyTrain saying they looked over the railing and it looked like someone had done a head dive into the concrete. Oops. So we're sitting there going, uh-oh. So we start getting out of there to go, and as we're pulling out of there, we have one RCMP truck pull in. They do a circle around where we were filming. They head out and start talking to the security guards for the transit system. And as we're driving out of there, another cop car pulls up, and they have the two cops getting out and walking over a big hill, guns drawn and stuff.
Oh boy!
Thinking something. And
guns drawn.
Guns drawn.
Wow.
We were glad we were pressing the gas as we saw that.
So I never got a chance to talk to you or question you. You managed to get away there.
We got out scot-free.
Wow.
As opposed to last times where I've been ticketed and fined and detained and all sorts of other junk.
I mean, that's a risk you take. I mean, you could have just filmed it somewhere else, I suppose.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to take that kind of risk for just a little movie?
Didn't really think of it at the time. Originally, we were going to film. It was so close to a police station, we were going to give them a heads up. And then when we found this one, the location which was better, we just went with it and started filming, and elected not to tell the police or let anyone know because it just didn't strike us as a concern.
Well, that's it's funny how that works out. Sometimes you just you can't plan on the unexpected, can you?
No, not at all.
See, I should have followed your team around for my documentary. That would have been cool because I'm kind of filming a documentary on various teams and how they're doing the challenge. Would have been cool to catch the RCMP with their guns drawn, approaching some filmmakers. I think that would be interesting.
Well, we were gone by that point. They were just coming over a hill bed because they got told that either someone had jumped or someone had been shot or stabbed or something. Because the guy was positioned in some most obscure of ways that it could have been any number of things.
Wow. So you got your movie finished?
Yes.
Yes. And how do you feel about it? Was it worth almost getting killed for?
Almost getting killed for. Yeah, it was. It was definitely worth it. There's a couple of things where we look at it and go, I wish we could have changed this, altered this, had a little more time. And then, there was always the point where at one point we had 5 directors going, and you start butting heads over different scenes. So you get what you pay for in this situation. I
guess that's true. You take a risk and hope it works out. And in your case, it seems like it worked out. You're how confident you feel about it being a good quality film that's going to win an amazingly high cash prize?
Probably about 85% right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Good about it. Okay. That's good stuff. What is the name of your production team?
Our production team was Bad Buffalo, really because we couldn't think of a name. And then the night prior, we had some random pizza, and it was the spiciest SOB pizza you've ever had.
Wow.
And it was buffalo flavored. We weren't sure if it was the flavor or the spice, and it was the spice.
Wow, there you are. And so you had a good time making the film?
Yeah, I had a blast.
Was it your first time being involved in the Quick Flip Challenge?
In the Quick Flip Challenge, yes.
Yes. So the first time you entered the challenge, you almost got killed by apparently spicy pizza and the RCMP. And something you're going to do again?
I could see me doing it again, yeah.
You, I guess besides that, was there any other unforeseen incident, anything else that...
Nothing particularly grand in any sense, just a lot of cars being parked in places where we'd shot or we planned to shoot, and we get there and there's now a lovely car parked there and we're going, darn it. But beyond that, it was pretty tame.
Well, there you go. Well, we're going to get a chance to see your film March 10th at the Inlet Theater in Port Moody. And if you want to see what it was that almost got this guy killed, what was your inspiration package?
Our inspiration package was a little... for our object, we got a little Chinese takeaway box from Chapters called Takeout for Two, and inside of it was a menagerie of like Chinese lanterns, miniature chopsticks,
No.
fortunes, and all sorts of other things. So at what point we were looking at going, do we open the box, do we leave it in the box? So we kind of used the box and the fortunes and had that random assortments of things inside laying around as different paraphernalia.
And your location was a dead end, and what was your quotation?
Our quotation was, the game takes over your life, and our job was a DJ, and our...
That is the sound clip.
The sound clips, but those were just on a disc.
Wow, so that must be a tough weekend to get there. How much sleep did you get?
Sleep? Last night I had 2 hours, the night before I had 6.
Wow.
So it was okay.
Wow, that's a long weekend for you then.
Yeah.
Right. Well, there you have it. You see, the Quick Flip Challenge is not only fun, but apparently dangerous. And you're living proof that making films can be very exciting under a deadline.
Yep.
Yeah. So you'll be back next year, you think?
I could see that, yeah.
Oh, we'll hope to see you then.
Thanks,
come in. I wish we could show your face, but I've given your story. We don't want to give the RCMP any extra reason to, barge in.
I've been fined too many times.
You've learned your lesson, have you?
Yes.
Well, thank you very much for joining us. I appreciate that. This is Mr. Anonymous. I guess we'll call you very creatively. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Who tells us that making a movie is not always the easiest thing. So if you're going to make one, think twice about it, especially if you don't like the police. That could just be dangerous.